Hi, I'm Jeremy with Sioux Mortgage Direct.
Hi, this is Adam Stockberger with the Amy Stockberger team and the Real Estate Company.
And together, we want to get you here. Alright, the first step is the application process. And here at Sioux Mortgage at 5010 South Solberg Avenue, this is where it starts. So come on inside, let's look at this. Alright, the first thing we need to do is we need to do an application. Now, the application can be done on the internet on a secure website. And what you can do is you can go to www.coumortgagedirect.com. What you can do is apply online. It's a secure website, and just choose me as your loan officer. Second thing you can do is you can come on in, and we can actually do a paper version of that also. Now, during the application process, there's two things that we look at. Number one, what your credit score is. Number two, what your debt-to-income ratio is. What your credit score needs to be is about a 620. Now, I urge you still to apply, even if you feel that your credit score is not at a 620, because the reason is that there's certain things out there that we can do to help you increase that score. Whether there's some disputing items that shouldn't be there, we can also give you advice on what to how to do that stuff as far as going to your credit bureaus and dispute things. The second thing is with your debt-to-income ratio, and what that is how much house you can afford. What we like to see is 45%. How we get that number is, let's just say you make $1,000 gross income a month. So that's what you make, not what you take home, it's what you make. The 45% is basically calculated like this. If only $450 of your bills are consumed by debt, you're at a 45% debt-to-income ratio. That means out of $1,000, $450 is for bills, including your mortgage payment, and then the other 55% is your take-home pay. Now it's time to decide what loan program to put you in. What we have here at Sioux Mortgage is FHA, VA, conventional, first-time home buyers, and rural development loans. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail on every single one of those because I can be here all day talking to you. So deciding on what program to put you in is our job, and we tell you the benefits of each one of them and also the disadvantage of each one of them. What we've been seeing a lot lately is FHA loans. And when we talk FHA and all these different types of loan programs, it's all about mortgage insurance. And what mortgage insurance is an insurance for the lender that has to take out on your mortgage just in case you foreclose or default in that. That means this lender will get some of the insurance money back to help with expenses during a foreclosure. So you always have to pay for that. The other thing that we look at in order for you not to get mortgage insurance is a 20% down. Now, what you're going to hear about is loan to value. And this is kind of where it comes into play. Let's say you have a $100,000 house, and say you have a $90,000 mortgage on that house. What that is that you have 90% of your house tied up in a mortgage, and you only own 10% of that. So you have a 90% loan to value. Now, in order to get no mortgage insurance, your loan has to be at $80,000. So out of a $100,000 house for your value, your mortgage is only $80,000. So that means you have 80% loan to value, and that means you don't have to pay mortgage insurance. Now, the next thing we're talking about is South Dakota Housing. South Dakota Housing is a wonderful, wonderful program. The reason why it's wonderful is because it helps buyers get into the house that they've always dreamed of. Now, these buyers maybe have lower scores, not much of a down payment, things like that. First-time home buyers get a low interest rate. They also get all the benefits of first-time being a homeowner because they give you down payment assistance that you never have to pay back. Also, along with is that low rate. There are some stipulations about being a first-time home buyer program in the state of South Dakota, and just certainly ask me or give me a call about those anytime you need to. And my phone number is 605-275-1794. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about is down payment. What your down payment needs to be at. Depending on what type of loan you get put into, whether it's FHA, conventional, first-time home buyer program for the state of South Dakota, there is going to be a down payment. The only ones that do not have a down payment are VA loans, which I'm a veteran, so I know all about those, which I have right now as a VA loan, and also an RV loan. Now the other ones are the conventional and FHA, along with the first-time home buyers. Typically what you have to have for an FHA loan is 3.5% down. Now if you piggyback that with the first-time home buyers, the first-time home buyers program can actually give you up to a 3% down payment. Now your interest rate goes up a little bit, but that's free money that you never have to pay back. So if you don't have much of a down payment, we still got that covered for you.
Hi, my name is Adam Stockberger. I'm with the Amy Stockberger team and the Real Estate Company. Today we're going to be talking about the basic procedures on home buying. But first off, I'd like to talk about the current and upcoming expiration of the federal tax credit. First off, for first-time home buyers, you can get up to $8,000 or 10% of the purchase price of a home. For instance, if you buy a $60,000 home, you get $6,000 back in tax credit. If you buy $80,000 home or greater, you'll get the full $8,000. In order to take advantage of that, just need to be a first-time home buyer and close on or before April 30th. If you do have a signed contract in hand, you can extend that out for close to be on or before June 30th. Same thing works for the pre-existing homeowners. If you've been in your home for 5 years or more, you can get up to $6,500 in tax credit or 10% of the purchase price. Works just the same as the first-time home buyers, but you need to be living in your home for at least 5 years or more. With these tax credits, there are income restrictions, so please contact me at adam@amystockberger.com for any further information, or you can reach me on my phone, 605-595-2623. First off, with any real estate transaction, I as a licensed real estate agent will have to go through agency with you. This is basically just going through a few forms to explain to you the different types of agencies that are out there and how I am going to be working for you as your real estate agent. From there I get criteria. I gather criteria, be it if you want to be in a certain neighborhood, if be in a certain price point, if you want 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, if you want just a little 1 bedroom, 1 bath, or if you want a single stall garage up to a 4-stall garage. It's all up to you. You give me the information, I'll plug it in, we'll find the homes that are available. From there I'll put together a home tour for us. We'll go out and look at these homes. We'll walk through each and every one, get your feedback from them, and from there, if you find one that you like, we'll go back and we'll start pulling the different information that I need to get in order for us to make a well-informed decision on that offer. If it's something that you don't find that you like in that first tour, we just keep going to look at homes. We can look at homes all day long. So in order for us to get to the negotiation portion, once we find a home that you like, then that's where I kick in and I will then pull market analysis on the homes that are out there. We'll pull up comps in homes that are in that neighborhood. We'll also do history on the home itself to see what it was bought for, how long they lived there, what kind of updates they did, in order to make a good judgment call on where we need to get in on an offer. From there we'll actually write up the offer. We'll go through the different steps in that offer and see if there's any creative ways we can help with your closing costs to be paid by the seller, and get that home for you at the lowest bottom dollar, for the least hassle. From there I'll present the offer to the selling agent. 9 times out of 10, sellers will be working with a seller's agent, and I'll do the negotiations for you. I will be your liaison throughout this whole real estate transaction. Once we get through the offer itself, we then move on to inspections. From there, I will set up the inspection for you. Inspectors will go through, inspect the home for any faulty electrical, structural conditions, mechanical conditions, things of that sort. We'll get a report back and I will walk through that with you and have any counter offers back to the seller on what we would like them to take care of before moving forward. From there, once we get through that point, we go to appraisals. Your lender will help line up an appraisal. The appraiser will come out, appraise the property for what it's worth, and once we get through that, then we just sail to close. That is the ultimate goal with any real estate transaction, and once we get you to that point, we just sit back and cruise until close.